Hello everyone, I'm Yiting. Today I would like to propose some recommendations so as to establish a more efficient and effective performance management and reward system in BuzzNet. The previous organization analysis has identified that performance management and reward system issues were the main barriers that block BuzzNet's future developmental objective based on the analysis of business competitive strategy and culture. The problems had been divided into three main aspects, and the suggested corresponding solution would be presented as follows. The general recommendation provided here is that BuzzNet management should highly concern the performance management and reward system issues, wherefore against the requirement of reliability, validity, and fair-fairness within the performance management cycle, and enhancing the performance management and reward function align with the organizational strategic goals. Specifically, persons need to adjust current performance management and reward system in terms of the identified issue, in terms of the poor review and feedback system, leading to the failures of reward provision and employee performance out of standard measure by KPIs. My first consideration is regarding to the poor review and feedback system. There were kinds of problems generated from the shortage of annual performance review management system, such as the review in new employees untimely, leading to the incorrect assessment, and the shortage of feedback result in changeless working attitude. It suggested that the annual performance review management system should be conducted combined with the monthly review meeting and the casual conversation with informal feedback. No matter formal or informal structure of review system, it should be supported by adequate individual document as the evidence. The management level should realize that the clear organizational goals should be set under the review system to more precise and frequent performance review and feedback needed. The effective review system can be regarded as the well preparation for conducting considerate reward management. While the feedback will be able to make a pre-decision for personal future capacity improvement linking to effective action planning. Well, recommendation 2 is to modify the reward system to be more focused on the fairness as mentioned in recommendation 1. Performance review and feedback has close association with conducting the fair and reliable reward management structure. Regarding to the complaints generated from those staff with high performance, the fairness requirement is the key consideration in establishing reward management system, and it is suggested that the performance-based plan for the reward system should take into account the acceptable and clear performance criteria. The reward system can be regarded as the motivation structure that tie out the employee and their organization, which is similar to the psychological contract. Following with the expectancy theory, employee job satisfaction results from the equal achieved reward to their provided effort, which would create a positive effect on enhancing organizational commitment and meeting the organizational objectives. Moreover, recognition reward is an suitable and effective reward process for appreciating those employees who are in of effort and achievement. That is intrinsic aspect of the reward management that should be focused. It also recommends that the collective incentive fitness the BuzzNet teamwork culture and strategy. Collective incentive emphasize the interdependence which implicates requiring a higher degree of organizational commitment. The final recommendation is focused on the key performance indicator. It's short of KPIs. Considering the deficiency of the stylist, goal setting is the primary process for managing employee performance. Specific goals, measurable and achievable task criteria, and organizational objectives are the smart consideration in building goals. For the objectives of meeting the business culture and strategy in relation to customer service quality, the measurements of KPIs are the essential scale for defining the stylist job-related standard performance. The assessment about distinguish the level of employee performance. The performance management system conducted to determine the effectiveness of individual performance goal setting and also associated with the reward management system. The management level should provide adequate training or typical exercise based on the problem-solving objectives and the routine tasks, complying with the competencies-related progression. The solution also should be conducted on the basis of performance management cycle and meeting both employee and employer expectation in terms of reward management. In general, all of these recommendations have to be considered the business budget and ensure eventually generating the most efficient and effective performance management and reward system. Well, thank you for your listening to my recommendation report. If any question you have, please contact me in your comments.